everybody, so I'm back, and I did say I was gonna make a video about the different visions that I had with the different leaders, and I'm doing that now today. I also created a PowerPoint, and I tried my best as possible to recreate the visions that the Lord has given me for you guys to see what I saw, to get a better picture of it. I also added my older visions about the different moons, the eclipse, right? So I put all that in here as well because the visions that I got about this also lines up with that. So I'm just gonna jump in right away, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's see. All right, that was Luna, you guys. She's saying hi. Okay, here's the PowerPoint. All right, so I just made a title. The reason why I use a beachy background is because the vision that I had was actually at a beach. So this is going to be very significant now for this. Again, it's just a title now, but these are like the main points. Pope Francis, Friedrich Merz, and all my moon visions that I had. I'm going to put them all in there. So the first vision that I had, oh, I forgot my laser. There you go. The first vision I had was of Pope Francis. I first saw him normal, and then it changed. It looked like he was shocked, okay? And his eyes turned very, very blue. Now, I don't know if he has blue eyes in real life. They always look so dark, to be honest with you. I'm just, this is what I'm seeing. But in the vision, they turned very blue, okay? That's why I added this blue in here, because he looked shocked and his eyes were that color. They were very, very dramatic light blue, okay? And then he closed his eyes. I knew they were gonna stay closed. They weren't gonna open up anymore, okay? And then this redness came over. It was as if this whole vision that I saw, like it just, that color red took over. I still saw him with his closed eyes, but that red tint just overtook it, right? As of his, it's just turned into that red color. So then it changed, and now I saw Friedrich Merz, which he did win. He had the most votes to be the next German Bundeskanzler, okay? Now, why I saw him, I have no clue, okay? But the Lord is definitely showing me him. I asked the Lord for an explanation, and he gave me an explanation for him. And then a few days passed. I also added, different videos that you guys saw. I uploaded within those days different things. And then I asked him now again last night, are you really talking about him? And he showed me another vision of him. So yes, Friedrich Merz. Now I don't know why, but that's who he wants me to see. So he showed me in the vision, he looked more towards me, okay? But this is the best picture I could find now. And he was standing exactly at this podium, right? And he showed me now after Pope Francis, this was here, okay? So, but I saw everything else. It was definitely him. It was his glasses. He had his glasses on. It looked just like this, okay? But just to make sure that you guys see what I saw, it was a little bit blended, right? So then this happened. His glasses fell down. He was very nervous. He was trying to catch the glasses that fell down, and his hands were really nervous, and he couldn't catch his glasses, right? And I would say, if someone if someone needs glasses and they lose them, then they're gonna have a hard time seeing. So that's the message I basically got. And with the Pope Francis vision that I had, the red reminded me of the red moon with the witch, okay? But like I said, I added my old visions in here too for you guys to see the matchup, okay? Then I'm gonna show you guys now this, because I have to show you guys this because the next vision I saw, the Lord used this videos, the song that I used in the next vision now, okay? So that's why I have to show it to you guys, because that was the song, that's the video the Lord's talking about, okay? That has to do with the next video now, the next vision that he gave me, while I'm hearing than this. So let's go.
Do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I give Egypt for your ransom, Cush and Seba in your stead. Since you are precious and honored in my sight, and because I love you, I will give people in exchange for you, nations in exchange for your life. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bring your children from the east and gather you from the west. I will say to the north, give them up, and to the south, do not hold them back. Bring my sons from afar and my daughters from the ends of the earth, everyone who is called by my name, who I created for my glory, whom I formed and made. Lead out those who have eyes but are blind, who have ears but are deaf. All the nations gather together, all the peoples assemble. Which of their gods foretold this and proclaimed to us the former things? Let them bring in their witnesses to prove they were right, so that others may hear and say, it is true. You are my witnesses, declares the Lord, and my servant whom I have chosen, so that you may know and believe me and understand.
So this is very important now because the Lord was using this song. And I only used this song once, and it was for this video. And I knew in the vision that he showed me right after that it was pertaining to this. So I was basically now, and I knew in the vision that Friedrich Merz was standing next to me. I didn't see him now, but I knew he was there, like next to me. And then I heard a woman's voice saying, I heard a woman say, basically here in the left corner, you and Shada, okay? While she said that, then that song came. Then we're at the beach scene all of a sudden. It's like I was at the beach now. And then all of a sudden I heard, okay, like chanting in the background, and it sounded like witchcraft was being, like it sounded like witchcraft, like a chanting of a witch, okay? I'm not kidding. And while I'm seeing this, I then saw the full moon, and let me see if it's gonna work now. Okay, but before it does, because I couldn't really animate this, I saw the full moon and someone, well, a woman again, doing two back handsprings, okay? So basically she kept doing back handsprings with the moon, and that happened twice, only twice. Meaning this, right? Follow my laser, and then the Lord repeated it. So it went here and it did it again. So let me see if it works. See how, yes, exactly, like that, and that happened twice, okay? And I knew they were using witchcraft to change things around pertaining to me, and I also knew I wasn't affected by it, me, but Matt's was, okay? Matt's was. As in, whoever was doing witchcraft, I knew they had to do something with the moon. They did something with the moon with that, and definitely full moon. It's definitely the full moon, and I obviously wasn't, because when you have the Lord, you're protected, right? But that doesn't mean that the others aren't. So I knew witchcraft was used to change things around, or be able to change things around. That wasn't supposed to happen, right? Exactly. So that happened. So then I asked the Lord for an explanation. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This was the explanation. I'm sorry. That was the explanation. Exactly. That's why. And now it's going to make... And then this was the last vision I had, which was yesterday, because I asked again, are you really talking about him? And he showed me this right away. He showed me in like this. He was more of a sitting position as if he fell off a seat, okay? But I couldn't find the pictures of him doing that. So it was him sitting, but it looked like he fell on his, fell on the ground in a sitting position. And I saw the 7, the number 7, highlighted just like that in gold. And it was just right smack in the middle. I don't know what it means yet. I can't tell you guys what it means yet. I can't tell you guys when this is gonna happen, but I just know that it will happen, okay? I'm not setting any dates unless the Lord gives me a date and tells me when, right? But this is the vision that I saw. And the number 7 was smack, very big in the middle. So now, before we go back in my older visions, this was also an older video. Remember I showed you guys, and remember this video that I had up? Well, in this video, you can definitely see butterfly because I'm talking about the butterfly. It's our transformation. And to show proof that I am receiving this from God, and I did ask the Lord to show you guys at the time when I did this video, and he did, okay? So basically that's what I'm trying to say. The Lord did show the truth. And you guys be amazed because you see a butterfly. While I'm talking about butterfly, in the video, a butterfly actually shows up, and this was from God, okay? Like real life action for you guys to also see. The Lord exists. And he's showing me my butterfly. Like he is the one that's showing me this message, okay? So let's start. You guys can, I really want you guys to see this here, okay? Butterfly, like how butterfly transforms. Right? So I want you guys to see this again, if it allows me. No, it doesn't. It should though. Okay, hold on. I have to, like I said, technical difficulties. All right, here. You guys see, this is a butterfly. Like, no doubt. I mean, and while I'm saying butterfly, okay? Like how butterfly transforms. I mean, the video, I mean, it speaks for itself at this point, right? So, and now these are my older visions, remember? So the first vision looked like this. It started going off from the ground like an explosion, but ball like shooting into air. The explosion was like light, though. It was like a light. It was more of a light, okay? More of a light than a fire. And it was red in color like this picture, exactly like this. So, and then the first vision was, of course, the eclipse, right? And it started from here and had like a silver shimmer. That's why I have like a silver thing. It was here, was dominant. And then it was complete. And then my butterfly, right? It went in the circle. And then while it was in, it went back out, came here, right? And then it switched. And at the end of this, actually, yeah, the butterfly was all by itself. Okay? I didn't add it here now. But while the butterfly, right, was here, this disappeared, and then the butterfly was by itself, and it was flying, right? And behind it was a trail of like white dots. Then this was the third vision. I saw 4 of these circles, which I believe now is actually the full moon. But like I said, this could be anything, but this is what I saw. I only saw 4 white circles like that. And they were perfectly aligned, perfectly apart from one another, and it looked just like this. So, and then the 4th one, it looked like a star. The 4th vision looked like a star shooting up, okay? The 5th vision, I saw Lord's arm and hand stretched out like that. I didn't see the crucifixion now on the hand, but I did see the robe, the creamy white robe, right? and he stretched out his hand and it turned. I knew he reversed something. This was going actually like this, and when he stretched out his hand, he reversed something. He turned something around, like the Lord through his hand turned something around. Okay, so whatever this was supposed to go in this direction, but through the Lord's hand it turned its way, like it reversed. So, and this was the last vision, the sixth vision. I saw the moon look like this, like a crescent, right? And it was more yellow in color. So, oh, sorry for my grammar if it is a little bit wrong in German. Like I said, these are older visions. I was not, I was in that stage where I was relearning everything basically, right? So if I made some grammar mistakes auf Deutsch, dann bitte verzeiht mir. But here is the first thing I saw, right? It was the mirror. But this happened, okay? This happened after I knew the Lord was coming. I saw it, remember that dream, and it looked in the sky, and then I knew the Lord was coming, and it was so, and I ran really fast, and it was a deer on the path, and then I jumped up, and then the Lord put me back down afterwards, but I first went up, and then that's when I came back in the building, everybody was gone, and then then it started, okay? So that was after that. So then I was in that mirror, right? Like I looked and it was a circle mirror. I thought I could actually make this faster, but it doesn't look like PowerPoint allows me to do that like it does if I edit it. So I decided I'm just gonna put it out like this now so that we can just skip that one needs to be skipped. So again, this was the first one, was the mirror, right? So then this is what I saw in the mirror, and it was behind me, right? So this was the dream that I just now described. This is what I saw, and that's when I went up to it. That's when I said in the dream, okay, I knew the Lord was coming. That's what I saw coming towards me, and that's when I went to it, right? Remember the blue V? The blue V was pointed to the sideways, and the V was basically like this, right? Going to that, and then everything else then happened basically here now. But I first saw the mirror, then this happened. So then this was the crescent again, and this is what reminded me, this is the dream that reminded me of now the one with that woman doing the back handsprings. Remember the new moon, it went into the crescent twice. That's what it reminded me of, that because it happened twice, and that also happened twice, and just it repeated itself, and the Lord showed me it like that. And then again in this vision now, I saw then that it looked like a full moon, but there was a darkness to it, so I would say it was a new moon, right? And then I saw a cartoon looking bride in it, right? But in that new moon, okay? And then it went like that again. So then this happened, okay? So after the bride, then this happened. I saw the full moon, and it was in that orange color. And then that's when this came, okay? Everything started getting red. Just like how my vision now was with the Pope. Like, it turned red like that, okay? And then that's what I saw. I saw a witch in that mirror again, okay? In that moon. That moon that was in the mirror, and it turned into this. Like, everything just turned into that scene. and those were the colors, okay? So those were the new visions then at the time. So the first, remember the temple that I saw then the temple, and it looked just like this. So then the second part of the vision was that I saw it looked like shooting stars coming down. It looked like stars coming down. And it was many of them, just like this, okay? It looked just like this, and as a confirmation, I have it here in the back too. So, and that was in the third vision. Again, the Lord keeps showing me that. And you see now, you're going to see now how it's going to go in twice. Should come here. The reason why it's taking longer because I got them out of my older videos and I didn't split them, so that's why I was explaining it in that video. That's why. So here's the first one, and then it happened again, like just like that, okay? So that was that, exactly, and it was that. So I brought it back to that point, okay? That's why I did that. That this, the Lord was talking about this. That's why again I saw it too, right? It went in there twice, and I think it's just again now with the other one that was a full moon, but that happened twice, and it reminded me of this because it like replayed itself, just like how this replayed itself. It's as if like you have the full moon hiding in the back kind of thing, right? And like it's being covered. So that's what that was. So, and then the last one, I'm like I said, I took it down like this now so that we can skip because I didn't split those. And that was, again, so you guys see, this was in 2022, okay? So these are my older visions. So this is the first one that I had, right? After all that I now showed you guys, then this. Right? This is what I saw. It looked to me like a sacrifice. Like I was in here, okay? It was as if I was in the temple, and that's what it felt like, and it was like a sacrifice, okay? Like there was smoke coming out of this bowl, and the eclipse was there, just like this, like above it, okay? So okay, and then this is what happened, okay, before we start going. Then I had the PowerPoint saved, right? And then when I saved it and I looked back up to open it, that's when the Lord changed it. He did. Because here's the same old and the same new. Because my PowerPoint was all different. It wasn't the way I had it. It was literally, it changed to something else with the same pictures. The pictures were turned around. And I mean, that's never happened to me before. That's the only time that's happened, and it's like I showed you guys, 2022 was that around that year, and like it hasn't happened like that again. Okay, so it was definitely the Lord's doing, and He changed the pictures around. So now we have it here as well. Here was the same old from the PowerPoint, and this is the same new. Okay, and you guys see the difference. So nothing was changed here. The Lord didn't change anything in this part. So here's the old and here's the new. So the Lord's saying all this is one, okay? The eclipse, the butterfly, Him coming, right? and whatever planet this is with it. I feel like it's Jupiter, but this is all one. This means one thing, okay? This is the transformation. This is one thing. It's gonna happen with this, okay? This is that. So now the Lord's actually talking about the time after that. And I never understood that before until now. So this comes first, and then everything that happens now after with the visions that I see, this is going to be after that, okay? It's going to be after the rapture. It's going to be after we're being taken up, right? So this happens first. Our transformation happens first. And then everything that comes after this eclipse, after this butterfly, is then what comes after. So the witch and all that is all going to come afterwards. So let's see where the next one's at. Yeah, I must have explained very long here. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, yeah, see? And this is the old and this is the new. So you see how this was covered on, it's like, let's just say this is the full moon in reality. It could be. It really could, okay? Maybe this wasn't a crescent that the Lord was talking about. Maybe he's covering up a full moon, and he replaced it here in the PowerPoint with the stars falling down, as if that black ball is actually the stars falling down. So maybe this is going to be on a full moon, yeah? That's very significant. I just now, like, looking at this again, it makes sense because the Lord is showing me a full moon when these things are going to happen, and he replaced it, and I actually believe now that this isn't actually a crescent. I think he's covering up a full moon with this, okay? This is going to happen on a full moon. Again, this was the same, okay? And then when it was covered, right? When the moon was darkened, again, maybe that's the Lord saying, well, it's not a new moon. It's maybe just he's going to darken it, right? No more light on the moon. That could also be the meaning, okay? But that hasn't changed in the PowerPoint slide. So then that changed, okay? We had the bride here. I had that cartoon with the bride. And, I mean, then this happened, right? It was replaced with just a blue sky. Like, out of here kind of thing, right? Like, it just got replaced. Like, the bride's not here anymore, right? So, that was that. And then again, like, this stayed the same. That full moon, you guys see? The Lord did not change anything with the full moon. Like, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be, it's the full moon. The full moon, he's talking about the full moon. It's gonna all be on a full moon. And it was that orange color, okay? It was definitely that orange color. Let me see if there was now anything else. Yes, and then he replaced, okay, this red background, he replaced it with this background. So, not sure yet what that means, but he definitely replaced it. But it's, like I said, the witch is still there, okay? But again, that red and blue, do you guys see this? Do you guys see how, like, this blue and this red is just very, the Lord's always showing me this red and blue, like, again, with the Pope, too, red and blue. Like, his eyes were blue, and then that red tint came. So it's like the Lord's always consistent. So again, this was the same. The temple was the same. Exactly. Do you guys see how this is not possible, okay? Like, well, it is possible. Anything's possible through the Lord. Do you see how he changed this? And he's consistent with it? So this was, again, like the same thing. And he switched this again to the stars falling down. The same thing. It just has not changed. This is just, he did this. It's just, I have no words. I'm speechless. He's just consistent. This is that black ball that he's, yes. Do you guys see that? That's the replaced with the black ball. So he's talking about this. It's as if like either it's the crescent, but I feel like more like it's gonna happen on that full moon. Okay, so on the full moon, those stars are falling down. Is the message, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys the next time. Love all my brothers and sisters in Christ out there, and remain very strong in our Lord's name. He is our God, who is Jesus Christ. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.